People think that healing is going back to the past. So you constantly go back to your past memories, your past childhood memories, and your past people. But what if I told you that you trying to heal your past, it's actually what's keeping you stuck? Assalamu alaikum, my name is Firdaus, and today's video I'm going to be talking about how healing can keep you stuck. The first thing is how healing can be a trap. So you think that I need to fully heal in order for me to move on. So you wait and you reflect and you overthink over your past over and over again, and that is what's keeping you stuck. The goal is not healing. The goal is to keep yourself from being stuck in the present moment. Now, I'm not saying trying to reflect on your past is a bad thing. If you try to ignore your past, it controls you, and you try to obsess over it, it still controls you. The problem is being stuck, and the solution that you need to be focusing on is how can I stop being stuck in the present moment? And what also happens is you start identifying yourself based on your trauma because that is what you're constantly obsessing over. The second thing is the solution. And the solution is to start focusing on yourself. Start to reclaim your identity and start to set goals. Start doing activities that make you happy and makes you constantly want to live in your present moment instead of thinking about your past. So when you start doing that, you start thinking about your past as a lesson instead of a limitation that's holding you back. The third thing is when you start focusing on yourself, you deal with a lot of difficulties and you need to start asking Allah for help. Ask Allah for help because most of the time, us as humans, we try to carry past mistakes. We try to carry all of our problems. We try to carry all of the difficult things in our lives by ourselves. And we as humans don't have the power for that. So you need to start asking Allah for help. Start praying tahajjud. Start to tell Allah, like, I cannot handle this, and start giving problems to Allah so He can solve it for you. I used to be a person who's obsessive over my life, and I would always try to control everything. But every single time I tried to control everything, it always fell apart. But when I asked Allah for help, everything just, all my problems just solved by itself. That's the power of Allah. That's the power of asking Allah for help. Because when you're trying to improve yourself, you start dealing with a lot of restrictions. You may start to deal with a lot of problems. And that's when people start to give up. They start to give up when they start to focus on themselves and they're still dealing with problems and they're like, you know what, I cannot do this. But when you're like, Ya Allah, I feel this way. I do not know how to do any of these things. Please, can you guide me? Ask Allah for guidance. Ask Allah for help. And that's how you go through your life with a lot of ease, is when you start asking Allah for help. So don't try to obsess over healing and be stuck in your past. Start to focus on your present moment and start taking actions about your life in the present moment and ask Allah for help and ask Allah for guidance. And that's how you'll get over your past life. When you start focusing on your present life, you start building your present life. That's it for the video. Thank you guys for watching.